and then I'll add another one called officers. Great. So now we have two channels that are, at the moment, using the default permissions that come with your Mumble server. So we need to restrict. Let's start with the officers channel. The first thing we need to do is create an officers group. And to do that, I've right-clicked on the root channel, and then I'll click on Edit. And then I'll click on the Groups tab here. And this Groups tab allows me to create new groups, delete old groups, manage group membership. Just about anything you need to do with regards to a group, you can do it through this tab. I'm going to create a new group called Officers, and then click the Add button. It's important to note that my officers group, even though I've called it officers, there's really no correlation between that and the channel. They both have the same name just because that's easy for me to remember. It doesn't necessarily need to be that way. And in fact, we'll just remove this and I'll add a group called OFC. We'll use that so it's clear that there's no correlation. The group's been created. You see I have members. Our officers channel is set up. I'm going to set up the members channel slightly differently. I'm not going to create a members group. Instead, what I'm going to do is say all authenticated users, I'm going to assume all authenticated users are members of my guild and should therefore have access to the members channel. A couple of things we need to do. By default, users can register themselves on the Mumble server. And what the registration does is it just tells Mumble, this user has this certificate, and this is the name they want to go by. No one else can use this name if they don't have this certificate. And the certificates are created during the Mumble, when Mumble's first installed on their computer. So what we need to do is say not all users can register themselves. And the way we do that is we come to the ACL tab for the root channel, select the last at all entry, and you see how under the register self permission it says allow. We don't want that, so I'm just going to remove this entry, and that's going to make it so that users cannot register themselves. The next thing I'm going to do is set up permissions on the members channel so that all authenticated users can enter this channel. Now, by default, we have this at auth entry that's been inherited from the parent channel, but because it's been inherited, it means